You know how you go to real estate school and you learn all of the terms and vocabulary and you pass your test and you get your license, but you realize no one ever taught you how to actually run a real estate business. I was thinking about that today and I thought, what would I do if I was getting my license right now? Or if I got to do a do-over back in 2007 when I got mine, what would I do to set my business up for success with all the knowledge that I now have? And I thought of 3 things I wanted to share with you today. If I could go back in time and start my real estate business all over again, these are the top 3 things that I would do to set myself up for success. Number 1, I would create a system to follow up with everyone I met consistently. I'm thinking about 4 touches a year. Number 2, I would set my financials and my budget up correctly so that I could make it through any downturn in the market without being phased. Number 3, I would set up a farm for the long-term haul. So I would start marketing, I would choose my neighborhood, but a neighborhood, and I would consistently mail to them every single month with some type of piece of value, and I would get really involved in that neighborhood so people knew who I was for many, many, many years. So the first thing I would do is set up a system to capture people's contact information and to consistently follow up with them. And the word consistent is the key to this entire thing. So what does that look like? If I was starting out, I would set up a CRM. I don't care if that's a spreadsheet, a free software, or a really nice paid version of a CRM, which there's tons out there. But I would set that up first. And then I would put all my friends and family and any sphere of influence type people in there right away. And then I would set up a system of touches. I'm thinking 4 a year minimum, especially when you're first starting out and you're wanting people to give you a shot. So really reminding them, I'm an agent, I am licensed, this is my full-time business, this is what I do. I would set up a system that automatically goes out to them. So capturing their birthdays, I would do some type of holiday greeting, I would do a summertime touch, and then probably a New Year's type of touch to them. And if you can use any type of system to make it automated, like send out cards or just having a simple box of cards with them lined up for you that every single month you know who you're writing a handwritten card to and have the stamps ready and get it out the door. Whatever you can do to take the resistance out of the task will make sure that it goes out consistently. So that would be my first one, to really nurture people over the long term. You're probably not getting into real estate or didn't get into real estate for I'm going to do this for 1 to 2 years and I'm out, right? You probably did this because you wanted it to be your career. And if that is true, then we need to think of things for the long term. What are we doing for 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years down the road to build up that network of people that love us, that trust us, and that refer others to us. So CRM would be step 1. And it's okay if you didn't do that. If you're 10 years in the business and you still don't have a CRM, I've heard a lot of people have that problem. That's okay. You can implement it today. So that would be my first step. The second area of the business that I would set up correctly if I had a do-over was the financial aspect. So number 1, I would set up my PLLC from the get-go. I would contact my CPA and say, how do you want the tax formation behind this to be? Consult with them on that, get that paperwork done. I would get my EIN, and then I would set up a business checking account, a business credit card, and a business savings account. Then I would set up a very simple budget, especially in year 1. You've got your basics, like I've got to cover my continuing education, my lockbox key, my MLS access, any brokerage fees, and my association fees. So I would know what's my bottom number that I have to cover every single month. And then what are my other things? I'm going to have to do some marketing. I'm going to have to get out there and take people to lunches or coffees or something like that. So build in what do I think I'm going to have to spend every month to get this business off the ground. And then I would ask myself, again, some of these would be future questions if it was my first year out. But what do I need to make to cover my monthly personal bills, my mortgage, my utilities, my car payment, etc.? What number is that? I would rather plan for that now and adjust as I grow the business. So budgeting for the business in order to pay for my life. If this is your full-time career, you need to be making enough money to cover your life because you don't have another job going on, right? So I would do my budget, and then I would definitely talk to my CPA about, do I need to do estimated quarterly payments to the IRS to cover my taxes so I'm not landed with a big tax bill at the end of the year? And then I would want to know what my cushion would be. And that's where the savings account comes in. Am I putting 20% of my yearly income into savings or 30%? What is that number? Because real estate is cyclical. We know that it's got ups and it's got downs. And during those down years, you don't want to be scrambling to go get some other job because you can't pay your bills. So if you can cushion that in during the good years and have it in your savings account just waiting for you, you can make it through the leaner years when we are in a different market cycle. That would be my best advice there is, after you're setting up your CRM to follow up with people, set up your financials. Make sure that this is being run as a business. And my third tip for if I was starting my real estate business all over again and it was year one, I would set up a farm, probably in my neighborhood because that's just where I would like to work, but choose a farm anywhere, somewhere that's accessible and that you really like and has the option for turnover. And I would set that up for, again, the long haul, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years out. Where do you want to root and establish yourself as a neighborhood agent that people know you and like you and trust you and will use you and refer others to you? So the reason I always say neighborhood is because you can walk your dog down a different street every day, or ride your bike, or go to a community yard sale and meet neighbors. You can have a little block party and invite others over to meet you. You can get involved if there's a type of community event or something like that where people start to see you and meet you and know you. You can do a monthly mailer to all of your neighbors. You can do a door knock now and then if someone looks like maybe they need some help. Can you take out their trash cans for them or just help them pull some weeds? Whatever you're comfortable with, whatever your flavor of serving and giving and loving your neighborhood is, this is your chance. Again, we're not doing this as a quick fix. We're doing this for the long haul. This is how businesses get rooted and established, where they know your name, they see you walking by, and of course they're going to use you. So think about that for farm and for long term. So I hope these were some fun ideas for you to pretend that you are going back to year one in your real estate business. And it's okay if you didn't do any of these things yet. It is never too late. You can always click the button on a business reset, as I like to call it, and go, okay, what do I need to do for this year to set my business up better for the years to come? So again, the ones that I would focus on are a CRM to nurture and stay in touch with all of my clients, my past clients, my sphere of influence. That is so critical in this business. Number 2, making sure my financials are in order. Do I have the right legal entity, tax entity, business accounts? Am I running this like a business? Am I tracking my income and expenses and budgeting correctly? And number 3, rooting myself in a farm that I love and a neighborhood that I want to be involved in, I want to be engaged in for the long term, making sure that those people know me, like me, trust me, and will refer business to me. I hope those 3 tips helped you today think about your business in a little different way. And if you're brand new to the industry, there you go. I just saved you years of heartache. Until next time, see you later.